Today is May 9, the day of Remembrance and Honor. It is the day when we commemorate the deeds of our ancestors, when we remember those who fought for freedom, for the future. This year is 79th anniversary of great victory, where our ancestors fought for the freedom of the country. My colleague Dilraba Tajanova prepared a special report in honor of this great day.
Today marks the 79th anniversary since the end of the Second World War. Today, when so many years have passed since the terrible times, we remember the facts of our ancestors who gave their lives for our freedom. Let's go back to time and review this historic period.
The Second World War was a strategic period in the history of humanity when Uzbekistan, together with other countries, entered into a deadly fight with fascism. The Uzbek people made their great contribution to the struggle for the freedom and independence. Many sons of Uzbekistan voluntarily went to the front, where they fought shoulder to shoulder. They proved their bravery and devotion to the defense of the motherland by taking part in crucial fights and military operations. Together with fighters from other regions and republics, Uzbek warriors took part in liberating towns and villages from Nazi invaders, providing their devotion to the motherland and readiness to give their lives for its defense. In addition, the labor for the prayer of Uzbek people played a huge role in providing the front with supplies of military ammunition, food and other resources, which was critical for the maintaining the army's combat effectiveness. May 9, 1945 became the day of celebration of victory over the fascism, and the Uzbek people, together with other nations, celebrates this great day. The memory of heroic contribution of Uzbek people in World War II remains an integral part of Uzbekistan's national history and remains forever in hearts of all its residents.
On this day, our hearts are filled with pride and sorrow. Pride for those who fought to the last breath, defending the land from fascist contagion. Sorrow for the losers, for each dead, for each destroyed fate. On such a day, our crew decided to visit one of the veterans of the World War II, who also had been in a Nazi camp for 2 years.
My story begins at the end of the war, in September 1943. This is the period when the Nazis began to retreat. We lived near Smolensk at that time, when the cities were liberated and the Germans started to retreat. They took the young ones with them. They needed it to provide for their soldiers, so they took blood from young men and treated their soldiers. We first went with my mom to Dresden, Germany. Then we were transferred to Berlin. There we were in a concentration camp called Sachsenhausen. I was 3 years old at the time, and I remember that the adults worked there, and they took blood from the children. I remember very well how I came to the blood myself, because I realized that after I gave blood, they would give me something to eat. In order to eat, I volunteered to give blood. I also remember well how once I was in a yard and threw a stone under the fence. This stone hit the head of a kid under the fence. The camp chef saw this and came running to me with a gun and wanted to shoot me, but I managed to escape and hide. After the evening, he apparently cooled down and did nothing to me. We got out of there with my mom after Berlin was taken. We were liberated with big tanks. The Germans at the time didn't run away from the camp because they had nowhere else to go. After that, we took a train to our hometown, through Poland and so on. When we arrived, our house was gone, and then my mother went to Tashkent, because the climate of the city suited her health, and I went to the Navy. After living there, I returned to Tashkent to my mother. When I came back, my brother was taken away to serve. I stayed here with my mom and have been living here for many years. I got married here. I had 2 sons born here. I have 6 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren. All of them are working and educated. Now on the eve of the holiday I can't even visit them because many people come to our house these days. From television, from the traffic police, from state organizations. They all came to congratulate me.
79 years ago, one of the most terrible chapters in human history began. Dear viewers, today we commemorate those who defended our land during the Second World War. Let each of us keep this sacred duty to our heroes, to those who fought and sacrificed their lives for our future.